We're here at Punjab Agricultural University on a cold and foggy morning, and I'm here with Dr. Rakesh Chadha, who is the university's expert in protected cultivation. Now, what we want to show you this morning is a new type of poly net house that's only 100 square meters in size, designed for the Pakistan situation, designed for smallholder farmers. It incorporates a lot of innovations that Dr. Chadha has developed over the last many years that he's been working on protected cultivation, and is easy to build, can be completely knocked down, sent across the border, constructed there as well. Lots of new innovations. I think it's a fantastic job that he's done here, building on years of experience. So we want to talk to Dr. Chadha about what's different about this particular poly net house that you've developed here.
Actually, good morning, Dr. Warwick, and good morning, my dear friends from Pakistan. In this type of poly net house, it is different from the high tunnel that we were discussing in the mail. In case of high tunnel, we provide sheet only for the winter, and when the summers set in, we remove the sheet. But this type of poly net house can be used year round, and moreover, in this case, we provided a poly net on the top and 40 screen mesh on the sides, so that it remains ventilated throughout the season, and we get good crop year round. And moreover, this is a type of net house which can be easily removed and easily fixed in, easily put up, and we got telescopic foundations for this, and then we got fix up in a way that it can be done in a day. In one single day, it can be put up.
So you can construct the whole thing very quickly.
Very quickly.
Okay.
And moreover, even if we want to, we have also provided a thermal shade net inside it. Thermal shade net is quite good for winters as well as for summers. Particularly during the harsh summers, it cut off the 50% radiation that is coming inside the net house, and it decreases the temperature. And during winters, whatsoever is being radiated during the night from the soil is again reflected back to the plants, and that helps in maintaining a temperature to some extent, because this is a low cost one.
Yep.
And we have provided only 40 screen mesh on both the sides and not the curtains, because if we go in for curtains, it will increase the cost of the structure.
So this has really been designed to optimize the cost. How much the overall cost do you think it would be?
The overall cost of this poly net house for 100 square meter will be less than 40,000 rupees. And
okay, so that's about 60,000 Pakistani rupees.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And that's to build the entire thing, or that's just the materials?
Yeah, and moreover, this type of structure can handle a wind pressure of 110 kilometers per hour, which is not possible for other structures, because whenever there is a wind of a speed greater than 50 to 60 kilometers per hour, and the structures which are not designed properly, or which are not done by the structural engineer, they cannot withstand that pressure, and they will collapse. But this type of polyhouse has a life return period, has a life of almost 15 years, considering the return period of 110 kilometer per hour as 15 years.
Now, the netting, so you've got the 40 mesh netting on the outside. What sort of plastic do you have across the top?
It is a UV stabilized 200 micron plastic on the top, and moreover, this is an anti-drip, UV stabilized, UV blocking, and it is thermic, that is, it blocks the infrared rays also coming into which increases the temperature inside the net house.
Now, Dr. Chadha, I see a number of familiar features we've seen in older net houses here, but also some new things that you've done. Can you tell us a little bit about the double doors here and why they're important?
Actually, double door entry is quite important for the protected cultivation, because when we enter, we take a lot of pest load along with us, say aphids or something like that. And to avoid that, what we do is we provide a double door entry, so that when one door opens, the other one is closed, and when other door opens, the first one is closed. And moreover, we provide sticky pads at this within this double door entry system, so that whatsoever insect pest load is coming with us, that can be trapped on that sticky pad. And of course, the best solution for this is providing an air curtain on the first door. But since that is a costlier one,
Yes.
cost almost more than 20,000 rupees and also that.
Yes.
So we don't provide such air curtains. Instead, we provide a 40 mesh insect net on all the sides, so that it remains airy.
And you've also got these clips down the side that are holding the net in place.
Yeah, actually, this is a profile assembly.
Yeah.
It is a spring and C profile assembly. These are particularly used for connecting the plastic sheets, because when we puncture the plastic sheets with this new screws or nut bolts, what happens is that becomes the weakest link, and whenever the wind blows, what happens is, as we all know, we are all scientists, we know that the Bernoullis gave a very good example that whenever a wind blows over it, higher the velocity, lower will be the pressure, and the sheet comes up, and there is a pressure on that particular screw where we have screwed the sheet, and what happens is that sheet comes out of it. But in this case, this won't happen. Because we are fixing the sheet, we are not puncturing it. We are fixing the net with this. I can show you.
We'll have a look at that. And that you also have got some F-shaped connections here holding the whole thing in place. We haven't seen that in previous ones before. Can you tell us about that and why that's important?
Earlier we were employing only clips over here. When it was a shade net, because it was a continuous shade net, and the clips easily hold that my C profile. But when I have shifted from net house to poly net house, there was a problem with those metal clips. What happens is, whenever there is a strong wind, it blows away the sheet. And now I have to secure my pipes on and my C profile in such a way that is quite sturdier. And that's why we have replaced that with these F-shaped structures.
So maybe we can go inside, have a look at some of the major features, and you can explain how it's been set up inside. Now we're inside the poly net house now, and despite the heavy fog outside, no sign of dripping on the roof. It's very dry inside here, quite a lot warmer than outside. And I notice, Dr. Shada, that nothing here is welded. Can you explain the framework that you've got and why it is a complete knockdown kit that you've got here?
When we call it a completely knockdown, it has to be done in such a way that anyone can go and fix it in his or her own fields. In this you will find that even we've got, we have got a width of almost 8.5 meters, and the pipe sizes we are getting from the market is 6 meters only. And so we need to join the two pipes, and what we do is, we do it with the help of the sleeves. We provide the sleeves inside the pipes, and then we nut bolt the system, so that we don't require any sort of welding for this.
I see you've also got some interesting thermonet here. Can you explain a little bit about what this thermonet does and why it's useful?
Actually, the major problem that was happening in earlier net houses was that during extreme summers we were not able to sustain the crop, and we need a sort of system where we can reduce the light inside the net house, and this thermal shade net is quite effective in that. It not only reduces the light, it also cuts off the radiation that is coming inside the net house.
Now I see you've also dug pits here. Now I mean, it's almost at my height, it's very good, but as you come down to these pits, can you tell us a little bit about the advantage that you've got of setting the beds up in this particular way?
Actually, when we set up beds in this form, it's almost, when we say that we are growing vegetables, we say the bed should be 45 centimeters deep. It helps in two ways. One thing is that a person can easily stand in this alley and or in this furrow, and he can do all the operations without disturbing the crop behind him. Because if whenever he is doing any operation on the bed, if he stands like this, what will happen is he will be disturbing the crop behind him, and of course moving the things out of the polyhouse become also difficult.
So you've got really a basic framework here that you can use for a whole range of crops over a long period of the year We can add in foggers later on as the farmer gets to know how to manage this. This is a unique structure ideally designed for farmers who are perhaps starting off in protected cultivation, provides good insect control and exclusion, as well as the opportunities for growing a whole range of crops, even quite tall crops. So it's quite useful for any crop here.